Okay, welcome to the video. I know I don't make any videos at all. My channel is completely dead, mostly Call of Duty stuff, but skate has been important to me for a very long time. I played every skate game, tons of Tony Hawk games, skateboarding for 14 years, and I think this is a lot of stuff people aren't talking about skate. I feel like this is some stuff that people aren't mentioning that I would like to mention and some ideas that they should be using, and I hope maybe I can get this video out to enough people to maybe make a change. But I'm just gonna get right into the issues that I think they changes they should make and stuff they really. I don't know why no one's talking about this stuff. I really don't see any videos talking about these things that I think they should be changing. So I'm just gonna be playing skate in the background, just whatever stock footage. I don't really care. I just want to get my opinions out there and hopefully send this to a few people that can maybe touch on it. Um, so let's get right into it. One of the problems that I have, number one for sure, is they're not adding new tricks. They've actually taken tricks away. I know a lot of people have talked about the dark slide being taken away and stuff like that. I agree. But also, I thought with the new edition, they were going to add more tricks. I thought they were going to add more freestyle tricks like Primo Slide, Pogo, maybe Primo holding it, Casper flips, maybe even, just handstand skateboarding. I feel like with all the parkour stuff they have, that would make the most sense, right? Nope. Um, Kind of weird that they're taking tricks away and not adding it. Maybe they'll add it later on, but that's one of the things that really bothered me. I haven't heard anyone talk about adding those kind of tricks. I feel like with the new skateboarding and everything that's going on, more freestyle skating being in because there's a lot of freestyle pro skaters that are really cool. I thought they'd be adding that. I'm just gonna keep going more and more. I just want this video not to be 28 minutes long, so sorry if it's a little delayed, but I'm really passionate about this game and I really want this game to be good, especially because they're making it free and there are a lot of people into skateboarding hopefully because skateboarding needs more skaters, man. This is a tough sport and it's not something everyone can do. So I'm just gonna keep it going. Um, a lot of the game modes, I don't understand why they didn't add into the beta. I feel like with all the connectivity of being online and playing with your homies, I'm confused on why they didn't add skate. Literally the game skate. Like you should be able to challenge your friend to a game of skate. Maybe they'll add it later, but I would really appreciate if they did that. I think that'd be super hilarious and fun. Adding 4 or 5 people, betting maybe even point bucks. I know they don't want to promote gambling because I know they're probably just trying to attract more kids into skating, which I understand. But I feel like game of skate should definitely be in here. Hopefully they add it later. Another game I thought they might add, which would be cool, is dice skate. I don't know if anyone knows what that is that doesn't skate, but if you do skate, it was kind of big on the Bears for a little bit, but it was basically rolling dice to pick fakie, this flip trick, nollie, switch, 180. That would be fun, I think. These kind of game modes I think would be cool to add, and also challenging your friends. It's supposed to be all online, right? So hopefully challenging all your friends, doing all this stuff would be really cool and adding to the skate games. I mean, if there's so much about skateboarding, so many different games they can do, I hope they add it. One of my gripes. Obviously, I've heard a few people talk about my next subject, which is pro skaters not adding them to the game. Maybe they will later. Maybe they won't. Obviously, no one likes V. No one likes this AI bot talking to you. I don't like it either. But one thing I haven't been hearing about pro skaters is the pro skating scene for women has been huge. I feel like this is a perfect time to add them, especially if more women are playing video games and if girls play this video game, they might want to skate. And adding pro skaters that they can look up to this game, I think would be sick. And I don't understand why they're not jumping on it. I mean, if I could just name a few off the top, which names I'm going to butcher: Leticia Buffonea, Lizzie Armateo, Elisa, Elisa Steamer. I mean, I remember watching her part when I was younger. Mariah Duran from My Own City, she's killing it. Add some Olympic guys in there. Alexis Sablon, Sakura Yosuzumiya. Like these chicks are killers that should be added to the game, and I'm sure they would love to be part of the game. I don't know. Maybe they couldn't afford it. I don't know how it works. But I'm just saying, adding some female pro skaters to this game, getting it more out, especially because Skate 1, Skate 2, Skate 3, there wasn't that many. this is a perfect time. The wave of women's skateboarding has gone up so much in the past, and the Olympics, I think it'd be a perfect time to add them, and not adding them is kind of insane to me. And adding these weird characters that don't exist, I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense. The next thing I would like to talk about is, I know I'm kind of rambling, but the next thing I want to talk about is definitely a feature that me and my friends have been talking about this game that I thought maybe they would add, which is being able to film your homie skate. I thought this would be a sick addition to the game, and like if you could hold a camera and your homie be like, "Hey, film this," and you're messing around, or maybe even get a fisheye, you can look at the footage together. Like I don't know, like filming my homies in real life was always sick, and homies getting tricked was cool. I thought they might add that feature. Another feature aside from that that's kind of in the same category is lock on camera for your, if you're in a party, you can like, hey man, watch this trick, and you can lock onto them and it stays following them. Kind of was hoping that'd be added, especially because when I was skating with my friends and playing with them, it's kind of hard to keep track of where they are, to keep moving my own camera to watch what they're doing. They got kind of lost. So maybe that could be a feature they could add. Um, I really hope that's kind of what they do. If they do add this feature, that'd be sick. I think filming your homies do tricks and skate would feel more realistic, and like obviously I'm sure they're going to have some platform where you can like add videos to something in skate, and then that'll come back, and like that would make more sense if you can film your own homie skate and then keep posting it like Instagram or something on the skate game, and people can like comment and all that. I'm sure that's going to be added, so it only makes sense to do that. Hopefully, I don't know if they can find a way to do it, but that'd be really cool in my personal opinion. um Another thing too is more items. Obviously, everyone's complaining about this, but I think another thing is just the way you should be able to edit your skater. I really think this is the time where you can get really technical. You can add like bearings, colors. You know, you can add, like I was thinking maybe like when I was young, I used to have white shoelaces on my right foot and black shoelaces on my left foot, mostly because I was goofy and it was for some reason I liked the way it looked. That would be cool. You have different shoelaces, change the color. I don't know, like I thought maybe like this would be a time where you can have like two different pairs of shoes, change it up. Some people like doing that, the two different colors, having creating your own shirts with different brands. Like I really think this customization stuff would be sick, especially to your character and being more in tune and creating more of who you are and how you skate, or stuff like that. Maybe even be able to etch out your grip tape yourself. Some people like cutting slits off. I like having one bolt, it's a different color on my front of my board. That's something I really like. I feel like that would be dope. I feel like that's super simple, super something super easy to do. Custom art, people love it where I skate. They paint their grip. That used to be a really cool thing back in the day. You'd have paint marker, paint part of your grip, something special. I figured this would be a perfect time to do it. Customization should be huge now, especially all the stuff they have already. So really hoping they add that and more customization, like shoelaces, you know, fixing your grip tape, your board, and also kind of into that is also I would hoping they were gonna add something like wearing your board down. I kind of thought it'd be cool to, I know this is too realistic for some people, but I thought it'd be cool if they add like scratch marks, and eventually maybe the company you're sponsored by would like call you and be like, "Hey, you need a new board," and like you'd have chips in it if you keep smashing into it, kind of like real life. You can get a new board. I thought that would be cool. I doubt they're going to do it. I think it might be too realistic for people, and people might get irritated. Maybe it can be a feature that you turn off and on, more realistic. I don't know. I thought that'd be cool, but I don't know. Maybe it's too difficult. Maybe most people didn't like it. I thought that'd be cool with scratches, grind marks on your truck. You can wear your trucks down and they snap. I thought that'd be hilarious and super sick. Um, I don't know. Maybe it's too realistic for some people. I would appreciate it, but another thing I kind of know that would be way too realistic, but I think would be super sick is if you could wax stuff. I think waxing super. Every skater knows what I'm talking about, dude. Like something sticky or anything like that, and that goes with like primo slides too. Like having a butter bench and waxing it, or a butter ledge and you wax it up, and you can do primo slides or slide super sick or power slide on a box. Like I don't know, be cool features to add in this game, and it's not in here. I don't. It might be too realistic for some people. I completely understand. I totally know what people understand or people get by that'd be too realistic and people wouldn't get it and wouldn't like it. So, but I thought it was a cool feature and a cool idea that would be sick in there. And also more brands. One thing I would talk about definitely is they talk about how they're gonna have chocolate and girl. Like, okay, those are two brands out of millions and millions of brands. Like they could be adding Death Wish, they could be adding, Spitfire. They could even bring back World Industries. That'd be cool. Blind, Dark Star. These brands, even brands that are dead, bring them back to life. Bring brands that died. You know, have these brands that are gone or not that popular come back and bring that nostalgia and bring these new kids and skaters into something they never even knew existed. That would be super sick. And I also really loved, when sponsored in the game would come and say, "Hey, do you want to be sponsored by us? This is what you get." Like that'd be cool too. You get to pick your sponsors, get a ride with them, get photos with them. I don't think that's going to be in the game. I feel like it's going to be more open and not so much in the skate scene and more towards like people that don't really skate, which I don't get. And if you want to get people into skating or even these people playing this game, get them on the brands and they can look them up and actually buy this stuff and support these companies. And another point on that too, I thought it would be a cool idea. Obviously, it's kind of crazy, but wouldn't it be dope if they brought in local skate shops? Like literally use local brands. I mean, just get some local skate shops from like Missouri, Michigan, Minnesota, all these states that are really tough to get into skating in, and even like my hometown, get some cool local skate shops in there. Maybe even put like your city that you're in and then bring a shop in and pick it and skate their stuff. I think it'd be really cool to have more involved with the community and more adding some relevance. Maybe people would even look up their skate shop in their city. Oh, wait, that's a real skate shop. Let me look that up. I th- I think that'd be cool. Um, Another thing I want to talk about, obviously, um, is more about pro stuff too. But I always found it fascinating that maybe they could add something like Skater of the Year. Something where it's like you go on these missions and do this campaign, and then you get Skater of the Year and stuff. Because that's been super big for me and has been super sick watching on Thrasher, just Jamie Foy and all these sick dudes that get it by getting these sick clips and these sick edits. And I don't know, I thought this would be a time to get all of this skating back up. If no one knows, skating has been dying. I know people say no, it hasn't, but it actually has. Skate brands are losing a lot of money. Skateboarding is a hard sport to get into, and if we can get more people into naming these brands and naming these skaters and knowing who these guys are and help giving them more follows, giving them more views on their parts and stuff, I think that'd be cool. Obviously, I don't think EA, this big company, really cares about that. I don't. Maybe the producers do. Maybe the some of the I don't know the exact whatever these guys do at their job when they make this game. Maybe they care, but I don't think EA cares. I think really they make this game to appeal to everyone, and that's why I know everyone's really complaining about how it looks. How it looks like Fortnite and it looks silly. I think that's just because that's the audience they want. We know a lot of kids are playing video games right now. A lot of kids are playing Fortnite. Fortnite's made trillions of dollars because of going to their demographic, which is kids, and which is these younger generation are playing. And I think that's what Skate's trying to do. And I understand completely why they went this route. I just think this kind of game is a perfect opportunity to bring it in and make this like such a big explosion to skating, especially because how popular video games are. And if kids can get into this and watch professional skaters that actually exist, look them up themselves, watch their parts, get into skating, say, hey, I actually skate that skateboard in the skate game. I want to get that. And having this cool, like, oh, I'm going to get this board with these wheels and these bearings. And oh man, it's going to be just like, and then they get into it. That'd be cool. I don't think EA is going to do it. It really sucks. But these are just some ideas that I had. I know this video probably too long and I'm rambling, but I'm really passionate about this game. I've been playing skate games ever since Tony Hawk, the first one ever came out, and I was way too young to be playing video games, but I remember when I had a PlayStation or an Xbox One. PlayStation 2. I've been playing these Tony Hawk games. Tony Hawk 3 on the 3DS. Like, I remember playing these games, and then when Skate 1 came out, it was like an evolution. And not having a sick intro like Skate 1 where the pro skaters and man, like the vibe was just so cool. You can meet these skaters, and I don't know, nowadays I just feel like there's so many pro skaters, so many people to meet, even like amateur skaters you could pull into there. I don't know. I really feel like this is a sick opportunity to get this whole community up and push this awesome playstyle and just make skateboarding bigger. And skateboarding needs that. I mean, it's in the Olympics. You could even have a gateway to the Olympics in the game where that's your goal when you're trying to get in there and stuff. That'd be sick too. I don't know. This is just my thoughts. Some things I would really like to see change. These are just gripes that I have and things that I don't like, and I don't really see anyone else talking about these things. That I've seen a ton of videos. Maybe there's lower rated videos that I'm not seeing that people are talking about it. So if you do see those videos, please send them to me and I will watch them. And hopefully we can get this community to get EA to change some stuff. And I don't know. I really wish there was a way for like me to get on the board and give them all these ideas so they could actually use them, or someone can take this video, repost it that's way more famous than me, and use all the words I said. I don't care. Just get this game in a better spot. That's all I care about. I want the game to be better. I want it to feel more authentic and feel more like I am in the skate community, not I'm just playing a game that's skateboarding. That's what it feels like right now. You're playing a game that is skateboarding. You're not playing a game that's in community. Skate 3 felt like I was playing in the community. You're playing skate with Chris Cole. I remember playing game skate with Eric Costin, which is like my favorite skater of all time, and that was like magical to me because I've always wanted to meet Eric Costin. He's like my favorite skater of all time, and like being able to skate with him was so like surreal, even though it was like just a video game. I know it's stupid, but hearing his voice and his little remarks and how he is, because he's always a funny dude, that was super dope. That was cool. And now I don't think it's gonna happen. And I know a lot of people say this, and it is true. They use Sean Malto's voice. I mean, it's literally Sean Malto in the game telling you, like, that's whack. They don't just use Sean Malto. Like, just use him. He's sick skater. He's probably one of my favorite parts. Pretty sweet. That whole that whole thing I remember watching right when it came out. I even went and bought the disc, and I was so ecstatic to watch it, and I was so excited. And they are with chocolate and girls, so this, why not add those skaters? I don't understand. So hopefully this video isn't too long. I'm sorry for rambling, but I'm really passionate about this game and I want it to get better. And I hope that this video gets to some people that can bring these ideas to maybe more popular YouTubers, and can get this going and get these ideas in. And hopefully they have enough time to make some changes, and hopefully they have enough money to I mean, I feel like they do, to get skating isn't a big thing. These skaters aren't making millions and millions of dollars. Like, skaters are poor. I don't know if people know this, but skateboarders don't make millions and millions of dollars. Yes, the top 0.001% of skaters, but talking about these guys like Evan Smith, Jamie Foy, I mean, John Dixon, Tom Asta, Andy Anderson, like these guys aren't making millions and millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars. They're just not. It's just different, dude. So getting their names out there and stuff would be cool, and it sucks to not see it. And I really hope they do change it. So thanks for watching. I'm gonna send this out to a bunch of YouTubers that are way more famous than me. Not so they post my video. I don't care about views. This channel is literally dead. This game I care about a lot, and I just want them to watch it. Maybe even use all my ideas, post it on their own shit. I don't even care. Use my video, talk, don't repost it. I don't care. Just take my ideas, get them out there. More people need to hear it. So maybe some changes get done. Thanks if you actually watch the whole video. I really appreciate it. I don't like the whole subscribe and like. I don't care. I just want people to get in this community and build this game so it's actually a really good skate game that promotes skating and gets more people to skateboard. Skateboarding has changed my life, and I want more people to get into it. So hopefully this does that. Thank you for watching.